Picture this. A man of humble beginnings, born on an island that was barely a blip on the map, rises to become the ruler of France. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, whose remarkable trajectory from obscurity to power remains one of history's most compelling narratives. In the rugged, wind-swept island of Corsica, a child named Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769. The son of a minor noble family, he was far removed from the glittering halls of Versailles, yet destiny had marked him for greatness. At the age of 9, young Napoleon was dispatched to mainland France for his education. He was a stranger in a foreign land, a Corsican boy in the heart of France, grappling with a new language and culture. But he was a quick study, his mind absorbing knowledge like a sponge, his spirit undeterred by the challenges. His passion for military strategy led him to the prestigious École Militaire in Paris, where he graduated at the tender age of 16, a full year ahead of his peers. From there, he embarked on his military career, a path that would lead him to the very peak of power. The French Revolution, that cataclysmic period of radical political and societal change, proved to be a stepping stone for Napoleon. As chaos reigned, Napoleon's star ascended. His brilliant victories in Italy and Egypt during the revolution saw him rise rapidly through the ranks. The nation, desperate for stability, recognized his potential. By the time of the coup of 18 Brumaire, Napoleon had become a pivotal figure in French politics. The revolution had devoured its children, and in the ensuing power vacuum, Napoleon emerged as the first consul of France. His ascent was nothing short of meteoric. And so, an unknown man from Corsica had become the most powerful man in France. But how did this happen? This question, my friends, sets the stage for our journey into the life of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man whose name would forever be etched in the annals of history. Napoleon's ascension to power was no accident. It was a calculated rise, fueled by military prowess and political savvy. The French Revolution, a period of radical social and political upheaval, set the stage for Napoleon's rise. The instability it brought about created a power vacuum that Napoleon was all too ready to fill. Napoleon's military genius was the first cornerstone of his ascent. His innovative strategies and tactics, coupled with his ability to inspire his troops, resulted in numerous victories that propelled him from a mere artillery officer to the very pinnacle of power. The Battle of Austerlitz, also known as the Battle of the Three Emperors, is a prime example. There, Napoleon's forces, heavily outnumbered, managed to decisively defeat the combined armies of Russia and Austria. This victory not only bolstered French morale, but also cemented Napoleon's reputation as an unmatched military tactician. But military victories alone did not secure Napoleon's rise. His shrewd political maneuvering played an equally critical role. Napoleon capitalized on the political chaos of the French Revolution, positioning himself as the solution to the instability that plagued France. He portrayed himself as a beacon of order amidst the chaos and a champion of the revolutionary ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. His charismatic leadership and promises of stability resonated with a population weary of the turmoil of the revolution. Napoleon also recognized the importance of symbolism in politics. He understood that the trappings of power could be as influential as the exercise of power itself. Thus, he crowned himself emperor in the presence of the Pope, a calculated move to link his rule with the grandeur and legitimacy of the Roman Empire. Napoleon had achieved unprecedented power and influence, yet the same factors that contributed to his rise would also lead to his fall. The military genius and political savvy that had propelled him to power would eventually become the instruments of his downfall. But that, as they say, is a story for another time. The same ambition that propelled Napoleon to the pinnacle of power would also lead to his downfall. Napoleon Bonaparte, a man driven by ambition, a man who dared to dream big, and a man who dared to reach for the stars. But it was this very ambition that would be his undoing. The seeds of his downfall were sown in his disastrous invasion of Russia. Napoleon, in his overconfidence, believed he could conquer Russia, but he underestimated the harsh Russian winter and the strength of the Russian people. His ill-prepared Grande Armée was decimated, suffering heavy losses. With his army weakened and morale low, Napoleon's grip on power began to slip. But the invasion of Russia was just the beginning. Napoleon's aggressive expansionism had created a growing list of enemies across Europe. Nations that once feared him now saw an opportunity to strike back. The alliances he had once masterminded were now turning against him. His military overextension was another factor that led to his decline. He had spread his forces too thin, waging war on multiple fronts. His once invincible Grande Armée was stretched to its limit, struggling to maintain control over the vast territories he had acquired. Napoleon's downfall culminated in the Battle of Waterloo. It was here that he met his final defeat at the hands of the Seventh Coalition, a formidable alliance of European powers. Despite his tactical genius, Napoleon was outnumbered and outmaneuvered. The emperor, once feared and respected, was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena. In the end, Napoleon's overreaching ambition led to his downfall. He had dreamt of ruling Europe, of creating a French empire that would last for centuries. But his dreams were too big, his ambitions too great. He had flown too close to the sun, and like Icarus, he fell. Napoleon's fall was as dramatic as his rise, marking the end of an era in European history. Defeated and deposed, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena. A stark contrast to the grandeur of his previous life, the once mighty conqueror found himself confined to a windswept rock in the South Atlantic, far from the land he once ruled. Life in exile was a harsh reality for Napoleon. Isolated and under constant surveillance, he was a prisoner in all but name. His health too began to falter. The man who had once traversed the battlefields of Europe now struggled to navigate the steep slopes of his island prison. Yet even in exile, Napoleon's spirit remained unbroken. He spent his days writing his memoirs, a testament to his indomitable will. Napoleon's death in 1821, after 6 years of exile, remains shrouded in mystery. The official cause was stomach cancer, a diagnosis consistent with his symptoms. Yet some historians argue that he was poisoned with arsenic, a theory fueled by traces of the poison found in his hair. The truth, however, may forever remain a mystery, buried with Napoleon on that distant island. In death, Napoleon became a figure of legend. His extraordinary life, his meteoric rise, and his dramatic fall continue to captivate us. His military genius is studied in academies across the world. His legal reforms, known as the Napoleonic Code, continue to influence civil law globally, and his ambition, his charisma, and his indomitable spirit continue to inspire. Napoleon's death marked the end of his personal journey, but his impact on history was far from over. In the end, Napoleon, a man of humble origins, left an indelible mark on the world. His story, a testament to the power of ambition and the fragility of power, continues to echo through the ages, a reminder of the heights to which one can rise, and the depths to which one can fall. Despite his fall, Napoleon left an indelible mark on history. His influence stretches far beyond the borders of his French Empire, shaping the very fabric of the modern world. First and foremost, Napoleon's legal reform, known as the Napoleonic Code, is one of his most enduring legacies. This comprehensive set of civil laws became a blueprint for legal systems across the globe, establishing principles of equality before the law, freedom of religion, and the abolition of feudal privileges. It is a testament to Napoleon's vision that these principles continue to underpin many legal systems today. Beyond the realms of law, Napoleon's impact on military strategy is profound. His innovative use of mobility, combined arms, and the mass conscription of citizen soldiers reshaped the art of war. His strategies and tactics, studied and emulated worldwide, continue to inform military thinking and planning. Beyond the battlefield and the courtroom, Napoleon's influence permeates the essence of the modern state. His administrative and educational reforms, his promotion of science and the arts, and his fostering of a sense of national identity all contributed to shaping the concept of the nation-state as we know it today. And let's not forget the man himself. His life and career, filled with dramatic twists and turns, continue to fascinate historians and the general public alike. From his humble beginnings in Corsica to his meteoric rise and eventual downfall, Napoleon's story offers a wealth of insights into the human condition, the dynamics of power, and the tides of history. Napoleon's story is a testament to the power of ambition, the perils of overreach, and the enduring impact of revolutionary ideas. His rise and fall remain one of the most compelling chapters in the annals of history.